Ross with Moonlight Fit Club, and I'm here to talk about blocks. Well, 4 blocks and a chair, and for the use of with yoga, and to bring the floor up for those who may be a little less flexible. So these are various options that are out there. There's more, and I'll put links in the comments below to Amazon so you can check out even more reviews than what I have here. But let's go ahead and go into it. So we have a folding chair, which is a great option, especially for those who are perhaps recovering from an injury or who are really not flexible, first time doing yoga. It's about 17 inches from the floor to the base of the seat, so it really raises the floor up a lot. I like this as a starting option. My only challenge with the chair is that it is only one height. So once you get beyond this height, the standard block is about 9 inches tall. And that's quite a bit of a gap to fill. There are on the market, it's called Super Block. This one happens to be the big blue block, and this is 12 inches. So you can go down slowly to the different heights as you get closer to the floor. Now your standard height blocks, you've got one that is 4 inches wide and one that is 3 inches wide. The 3 inches wide are going to be a little less stable than the 4 inches. The blue block is 5 inches wide. They are all 6 inches tall. Let's see, it's 9, 6. 6 inches tall when you lay them on lengthwise, so like this. Again, because this is only 3 inches, it's a little less stable. This is 4 inches, it's more stable. And this is 5 inches, so very, very stable. Then you can lay them down. They're wide, so where it's 3 inches high, 4 inches high, 5 inches high. And then progressing from here to the floor is fairly easy. It's still going to take some effort, but depending on where your flexibility is going to decide which one, and your stability, what you're looking for in a block is going to decide which one that you want. My husband is starting to use this one because it is taller when you pull it up. It is a foam block, but it's rather heavy and very sturdy. And when it's laid down on its side like this, it's got more of a base, so it is very stable. Your standard block, now this one happens to be foam, and they come in different weights of foam. These two are about the same, but this one is extremely lightweight. It's fairly stable. It's because it's got a nice wider base, and this is my go-to one. Well, actually, this black one here is my go-to one. As you can see, and I'll do some close-ups of it. This is very well loved. It is a foam block, and the edges are a little less crisp than when they start out, because like I say, I use this one a lot. But it's still very functional, very useful. Really like that one. And a lot of times you'll be doing 2 blocks, and that's where if you want to invest in a big blue block and a standard size block, if you lay them at the right height, they can be used together. Now this one I'm starting to use a little bit more. It is only 3 inches, and it is a little less stable, so as I'm working on my own stability, I'm using this one a little bit more because it isn't as stable as the wider ones. And some poses, as I'm working closer to the floor, especially in hero pose, a lot of times I'll keep it up, but I'm also wanting to progress further and further to the floor, so this one I can get closer to the floor with still having some support than the standard size block. Now these are all foam blocks. There are other ones out there that are made of cork, and they're a little bit heavier. You can get more stability even more in a standard size block with the cork because they are heavier. So when you're looking to buy a block, especially online, make sure you read the dimensions because the thinner ones are going to be less expensive than the thicker ones, and the standard size are going to be less expensive than the big blue block. But this one is really good if you are just starting out. You've maximized your use of the chair, and you want to, but the standard box is just a little too much for you. This will give you a great support to get there. With that, that is my block review. I will have links below if you want to check out more on Amazon, get some more comments and reviews. Again, when you're buying online, make sure you read the fine details on it, and hopefully you'll end up with a block you love as much as I love this one. Well, that is the block review, and until later, namaste.